Hello everyone.
Hey there.
I come the Nicholas Aco house today, and I would like to interview you about your life in Goto
Oh wow, okay.
and your opinion
Okay.
about Goto.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. For the first,
Yeah.
I would like to ask your language. I hear that you are the master of the languages.
I wish I
You
could be
wish?
master of languages. Yeah, but I'm really interested in communication. So yeah, of course I studied Japanese living in Japan. But before that I lived in Spain and Mexico. So studied Spanish. And then now like studying Chinese and we'll speak some French and
Great.
yeah.
Can you speak all the languages around the world?
I wish, but now I think more English, Spanish, Japanese, French, Chinese. So maybe I can communicate with maybe over half of the world, maybe, right? I think
that's great.
Yeah. So
You can communicate with all of the
yeah,
people
so
around the world.
Yeah.
Great. What do you think the most difficult language for you to learn?
well, but maybe, of course, maybe Chinese and Japanese, right?
Japanese,
Yeah.
including the kanji?
Yeah, of course. Maybe for people who are interested in kanji, maybe it's okay. But like, I never really had a strong interest in kanji, so I never studied like kind of formally studied.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
now I regret. I should have studied harder maybe when I started, but
I see. For me, it's very difficult to learn the Chinese.
yeah, right.
Even for me.
Okay.
So for you, it might be more difficult.
Yeah. But it's still fun, right? Like Chinese has compared to English, right? There's sounds that don't exist. So yeah, well, it's very fun, I think. So,
Okay. The grammar is similar.
Yeah, grammar is a little bit similar.
A little bit similar.
Yeah.
I see.
But completely different. So yeah, it's really fun.
Great.
I recommend. Well, you already speak English, so please next.
Not so good.
Yeah, well, perfect. Yeah, well, great. So
Thank
next
you.
Chinese.
How much do I need to pay for
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
what motivates you to learn the new languages?
Well, before I actually worked for Peace Boats.
Yeah,
so
I know.
it's that ship that goes around the world
Yeah.
in 100 days. So it's kind of the perfect atmosphere, right? We visit every year. I visited 20, 30 countries. So yeah, I just had the chance to meet all different people from around the world. So for me that was a big motivation. So like first time I remember I traveled to China and many people tried to talk to me and they asked like, oh, who are you? Where are you from? And like many people tried to talk to me, but I couldn't speak Chinese. So at that time I thought like, I wish I had spoken Chinese.
Yeah.
And so then after I went back again, after studying Chinese, I felt like everything was more fun. I could make more friends, more experiences. So yeah, by speaking the language, I feel like traveling just became 5-10 times more fun.
You have traveled 6 times?
Yeah, I went around the world 6 times.
6 times.
So yeah, maybe every time about 20-25 different countries.
Okay.
So
you know all the world.
yeah, but I kind of got a good feeling for.
How many countries have you visited?
But probably in total maybe like 60 or 70.
60 or 70?
Yeah, maybe.
One of 3?
Yeah, maybe about, right?
About.
But only Peace Boat only goes around the ocean, right? So
Yeah.
so only
ocean.
Yeah, only ocean countries, right? No kind of
Okay.
in the center,
In the
right?
center.
We can't go to Nepal or we can't go, right? Or just around the coast.
I see.
So, yeah.
Around the coast, including Japan.
Yeah, of course. I went all around Japan.
I see.
Yeah.
I wish I could have chance
Yeah.
to go around.
Maybe someday.
Someday.
Well, of course, you can go anytime, maybe.
Yeah, anytime. Okay. By the way, the next topic is that child leading
Okay.
in Goto.
Okay.
I don't have child.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the feeling for the parents.
Yeah.
But I just hear the parents. People say there are advantages and disadvantage of child leading in Goto.
Yeah.
How do you feel the balance of the child leading as an educational environment?
Oh, right, yeah. Well, but actually, my wife and I, we lived in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And then I came to meet her parents maybe like 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so we came for the first time together to Goto.
2016.
Yeah, but before that, maybe 2014, I visited just for
I
1
see.
week, right? And at that time, we thought like, oh, we were going to have a family. So we thought like, after coming from Tokyo, we thought like, oh, Goto's a much better environment for raising children.
Okay.
Right? So then at that time, we decided, okay, when we have children, we'll move to Goto from Tokyo. So that was, 2016. So my main reason is we wanted our children to grow up like in a place with nature. Like we want them to enjoy like swimming and trees and outdoors, and
including SAP.
Yeah, including like SAP and kayak and everything.
Everything.
Right? Like just walking outside, no shoes, and just walking on the beach, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we chose to come to Goto. So I think that's the biggest advantage, is that kids can grow up like in this kind of beautiful nature. So that's the biggest advantage. But then, of course, and then everything, right? There's kind of small classes, so kind of if you go to school, maybe there's kind of a family atmosphere in the school. Like now my daughters go to Motoyama Elementary School, so it's not so big, right? Compared to a Tokyo school. So maybe you feel like, it's kind of like small family, right? Like all grades are like first graders and third graders all like mixing, and so that's also, I think, great for education. And so you have good support, friendly people, nice natural environments. And then, sorry, my phone. And then,
Don't worry.
Maybe one difficulty is like in Goto, maybe there's on rainy days. Like today's rainy day, right? So like, I feel on sunny days when we can go to the park or beach or everything, right? But on rainy days, we always think, what should we do today?
Especially the child.
Right? Like little children, right?
Yeah.
So now we have Goto Library,
Yeah.
right? Opened up, so we go to Goto Library or maybe Abunze Visitor Center or Tashaka Land, like.
But people say that in the Goto Library, if the little child making some sounds, people say, please.
Yeah, right. Well, kind of atmosphere, right? Can be sometimes difficult.
You should be silent.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So kind of one thing I felt like I wish there was like a good kind of like play. Some indoor play area.
Indoor play area.
Yeah, for kids would be great.
I hear that most of the adult means parents say the same things.
Oh, okay, yeah. So maybe that's one more rainy. Like, how should we spend the rainy days?
Yeah. So 90% parents say.
Right. Yeah. So maybe it's something we have to think about, I guess. But of course, there's many more advantages. So like, I'm quite happy that we're raising a family. And then every once in a while, of course, Goto doesn't have like no zoo or movie theater or aquarium, these things. So every once in a while, we go to Nagasaki or we can go to Sasebo and enjoy. So but overall, I think very good.
You enjoy.
Very good atmosphere, good environment for.
You're
for
satisfied with
of course.
Education.
Yeah, of course.
Great. Okay, I see. The next topic is that I feel it's negative.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's rare case for me to talk in English.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Next topic is that public transportation.
Right.
Yeah, I think that public transportation is so weak in Goto because we don't have train. And the taxi and the bus is not so convenient.
Yeah, right, a little bit inconvenient.
Especially in the elderly generation, the old generation, they feel the difficultness to move, hospital or go shopping. If they return the license of car, they can't go anymore. So how do you, but compare with other countries, do you know the ride-share service?
Oh, yeah,
like
of course.
Uber, of course, around the world. Such kind of service we cannot use still now. So how do you feel the policy of the government in Japan? Because the Japanese government restrict such service in Japan. So do you feel some inconvenience or how do you feel?
Yeah, but for me, like, so maybe there's kind of generation gap, right? So for me, we have a young family and we have cars, so then we don't feel any inconvenience, right? We chose to live in this area and there's no supermarket, which is unfortunate in this area. But we can drive 10 minutes, so it's not a problem for us. So to be honest, like, we don't feel any inconvenience because of for me, right? For my family. But of course, like, we have a guest house, and so of course, there's some kind of backpackers or foreign tourists. Like many foreign tourists, like they don't think to bring a international driver's license or international driver's permit. So they see like Akow House and they want to come here. And then before they arrive, like we tell them like, well, the rest of Japan is very convenient, has great public transportation. When we go to, please lower your expectations. So there are a lot of tourists that don't have driver's license are surprised when they come. They think, take the bus, or like they think maybe bus leaves every 10 minutes, but maybe only a few times, right? Once an hour, maybe. So for that way, like for tourists coming to our guest house,
you have to pick them up.
Yeah, they often come by bus, but we always like
by bus.
But they come, but some that don't have a car, like most they have rental cars, they come here. But if not, like they try to come by bus, or what we call like, okay, we'll pick you up, or we try to support them as much as possible. So maybe they can't fully enjoy Goto, I feel, without a rental car. So in this way, for tourism, we kind of feel sorry for, especially foreign tourists who can't drive. They want to like, I just want to go get dinner, but they have to. They wait 30 minutes for a bus and come, and then maybe take a taxi here. So it's a little inconvenience. And then of course you mentioned like Uber or these services. Like I know Japan is very conservative when it comes to new like new systems or like this. I'm sure the reason is safety. Maybe
safety,
excuse or reason. But to be honest, also Uber is like a little bit expensive.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's cheaper than a taxi, but it's still, like, if there's an Uber in Ohama, I'm not sure how many elderly people will be using their smartphone and getting Uber and...
it might be difficult.
Yeah, it's still difficult, right? So maybe even with Uber or a different system...
But the Japanese government try to make the Japanese style share service. Under the control of the taxi
company, right? So it just becomes more expensive, right? Because you have to
adjust the same range to the fee of the car, the taxi. I see. I feel the inconvenience for the foreign tourists and the old generation.
For older generation,
I think they don't have any way.
Especially in this neighborhood, Ohama. We don't have, right? We used to have a supermarket, but it closed maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So now no supermarkets.
I know no you shop. Help the old people. You have a big...
So I have a big highest, right?
Big highest. So you picked and you moved them to the supermarket.
We did like some kind of...
you did it.
Supermarket bus driver. But maybe we have to think of some kind of creative idea to solve this problem. But to be honest, I feel like maybe this is a difference in Japanese culture. Like maybe in the US, like if there's someone who needs a ride, maybe they say like, Nagani's gonna help me, like I need like a ride. But maybe in Japan, I feel like people kind of enroll, like they don't want to bother you or bother me, or
so they hesitate.
They hesitate, right, to ask for help. So maybe I think in this neighborhood, maybe there's a lot of people who like, I wish I could get a ride. And then people like us, like if someone asks, maybe we go to the supermarket every week, so we can give a ride to someone.
But not everybody.
Not everybody, but maybe
some.
I think people don't ask, right, for help. Like everyone kind of holds back.
Okay.
So, but maybe we need some kind of creative idea.
We have to make the creative idea. Because a lot of old people and foreign tourists having some trouble. So, thanks for giving the good idea.
I don't have any idea. I don't have any solution, but.
But for the opinion from the foreign people's opinion, you know a lot of opinion, or you hear the opinion
of course,
from the other countries' members.
Of course, like of course from tourists, right? In general, like me too, like when I came to Japan, everyone's amazed by amazing public transportation, right? Like when you go to Tokyo or big cities. So that's why I think when foreign tourists come to Goto, they have like a very high expectation. They imagine like buses, like Tokyo. Like Tokyo, right? Like every 10 minutes there's new bus, and like they can go anywhere. So I think
it's completely different.
Goto, like they have to change their expectation when they come to Goto.
Okay, I see. So about the foreign tourists, the regulation of the transport, the movement is now week, and people are freely go after the corona.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the power of the yen keeps weakening.
Weakening, right? Going down, right?
Yeah, so a lot of tourists, or foreign tourists is coming now, Japan. How do you think the difference of the mainland of Japan and Goto? A number of the tourists is now increasing?
Yeah, I don't know the actual data, so it's hard to say. But I mean, it feels like, right? In these last 8 years, it feels like Goto is becoming more and more popular. This week, maybe we had, now we have this guest house and one more rental house. We had, from France and from Poland, we had a bunch of people. I met some people from Estonia. Tomorrow we have from Korea coming. So I feel like, I don't know the data, but I feel like more and more.
Because you are the owner of the guest house.
Right.
So how is the percentage of the foreign people and the Japanese guests?
Yeah, but still, I think like for this house, maybe this aqua house, maybe it's like 95% Japanese.
I see.
So I think still, maybe foreign people are getting to know Goto, but for like tourism in Japan, maybe. Almost, I think.
I see.
Mostly Japanese tourists.
What would be the important things to travel, to accept or to promote more foreign people in Goto?
Yeah, but I think maybe the main problem is people don't know about Goto.
Okay.
I think.
Just to promote.
Yeah. Like me too. Like I lived in Japan for 6 years.
Yeah.
And then I met my wife, right? And that was the first time I knew about Goto, right? So
for me, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right? So maybe just information. And then, I think just like spreading information about Goto. And then of course, like creating, I guess, like a very kind of comfortable or good environment for tourism, so kind of English support or kind of multi-language support. Like so if they go to Dozaki Church, like they can easily get like English information about the inside of the church.
And
kind of like
easily understand.
Yeah, right? Like something like that.
The history or the nature.
Yeah, right? So having more, but I know like maybe having more like English guides and
I'm one of the
English
guides, but so less.
Yeah, right? Very few of us.
Very few.
So so maybe it's kind of one challenge, but I think what foreign tourists want is they want like a real experience in Japan. So maybe it's okay, like they can have kind of adventure, right? I think Goto is still like a very kind of friendly place, and there's very few foreign tourists. So it's also kind of the strength of Goto, right? Like if you're a foreign tourist, like walking around Goto, maybe
everywhere.
like maybe like some people will like, where are you from? No, people are very friendly, right? So in Tokyo, maybe nobody cares, right?
Nobody cares.
Yeah, right? You're just there's millions of tourists, but in Goto, I think local people maybe easily like talk to the tourists. And
the problem is, I think, the language is...
right? Kind of there's language barrier, right?
But still now, artificial intelligence is rapidly developing. So it is more easier for us to communicate with a smartphone. Smartphone. They translate so rapidly. It's gonna be a good item. So I want to ask you the question. What would be the value to learn a new language in this situation?
But actually, so for me, I've used this like smartphone translation, especially like meeting guests from different countries, right? So it's good, but I feel it's just for like practical use. Nobody enjoys just using this, right? So for example, like if we go to like izakaya together, then we don't like we don't get to know each other with a smartphone, right? I think like real like enjoyment of communication is like speaking language directly, right? And like making a relationship. So I think using this smartphone application, I think it's kind of almost impossible to make like a deep relationship or have like meaningful conversation. Like maybe if we're trying to have this conversation using smartphone app, maybe it takes a long time. It's not 100% accurate. So
I see.
Well, you speak English, so we can discuss, right? Like we can get to know each other, and like we're friends. Maybe because you speak English, I speak Japanese, so
that's why we make a relationship.
We can make a good relationship and be friends. But if you don't speak any English and I don't speak any Japanese, maybe we don't
try to use.
Yeah, I mean, we don't use just like, oh, hello, okay, see you.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we can't make deep relationships. So for me, my purpose of studying languages is to make like real relationships with different people around the world, right? And so, we can do business with smartphone, but I don't enjoy.
Make the deep relationship.
Yeah, right.
To each other.
Yeah.
It's better for us to learn.
Yeah, right. I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah, to enjoy, right?
Yeah, we enjoy.
Yeah, right. Of course. Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving me the time.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Okay, so the 20 minutes has passed.
Time flies.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course, man.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Let's do it again.
See you time.
See you.
See you.